Down with me, you down with me, down with me. I got a crowd wrapping round the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What It Odds podcast. It's your host JMX, my co-host Ryan. Championship games are here. We're gonna give our predictions and talk about some of the coaching hiring, the coaching hirings, and all the stuff that's been going on in the NFL. But before we get into everything, Ryan, man, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling, having a good day. We're doing the podcast a little bit early, so I'm a little more awake. My Lakers won last night too. Did not expect that whatsoever. I think we beat them by like 30 or something, or 20 or 30.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm chilling, making a couple of videos and just doing my thing. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. My boy Wimby pulled up to the hometown, home country in Paris, and dropped them boys off. Had a crazy game. Threw a pass off the backboard, caught it, dunked it, went behind the back a few times, shot a couple logo threes, had like 6 blocks. And then after all that, he got snubbed in the All-Star starters. I was pretty pissed about that. I'm not gonna lie to you, because hey, look, I guess LeBron and KD are just having better seasons. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but whatever. But yeah, other than that, I've been good. But let's jump right into it. And I kind of want to start with this topic first. Buccaneers offensive coordinator Liam Cohen. Now, he first interviewed with the Jags, Ryan. I don't know if you read this story, but he first interviewed with the Jags. Apparently with the whole Trent Baalke thing, that was the Jags' now former GM. Apparently, he didn't want the job because of mainly Trent Baalke was getting ready to go back to Tampa to sign a massive deal to stay as the OC. Jaguars then fired Trent Baalke like I think a day or two later. They just fired Trent Baalke. Liam Cohen, who's supposed to go in and sign the contract, lies and said his kid's got a doctor's appointment. Goes back to Jacksonville. Jacksonville offers him a Ben Johnson type amount of money, and he becomes the Jaguars head coach. My thoughts on this whole thing was, I think Liam Cohen is a good offensive coordinator, but I mean, like, how many years has he been the OC? I don't know if you know. I think his main year being the OC was just this 1 year, and I just don't know if you. I mean, look, it's two completely different teams, offenses. So I don't know how he'll do in Jacksonville. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, objectively looking at it, it looks like it's a great hire, and I'm not saying that it won't be. It's just, man, you got to be really careful with these hires. I mean, you just got to be really careful, bro. Because look, the Broncos hired an offensive coordinator that was coming off of his first few years as an offensive coordinator, and look how that turned out. Now, I'm not saying Liam Cohen is fucking Nathaniel Hackett, but I'm just saying that, I just think you got to be cautious. They really went all out about Liam Cohen, and yeah, I mean, look, overall though, I do think he'll be solid. The Bucks are probably one of the best offenses in the league. They had one of the best offensive lines. They had Baker, who's been playing out of his mind. They had Bucky. They drafted Bucky Irvin, Rashad White, Mike Evans, drafted Jalen McMillan. But yeah, I mean, the positives, he is from the McVay coaching tree. But that's pretty much it. I mean, he's young and he's from the McVay coaching tree, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm not 100% sold on this hire. I'm just not 100%. I'm out 60-40 on the positive side. So
See, I've been hearing conflicting reports of the Bucks essentially were offering him a lot more money to like stay as the OC, but he wouldn't be able to go back to Jacksonville to have like some sort of another interview, and he accepted it there, and then he ended up going back to Jacksonville. But apparently, according to some reports, he told Todd Bowles that he was going back to Jacksonville, but then in other reports they're saying that he didn't say anything. My whole takeaway from it is that you really never want to burn a bridge like that in the NFL. Like, you never know when another opportunity will come around. Like, if his only other opportunity at some point in time would be able to go back to Tampa, it's like, well, they're for sure
burnt
not
that
going to
bridge
hire him.
completely.
Yeah. So, and I also just kind of think it gives the other 30 teams a bad taste in their mouth if they ever do want to hire you, you know? But yeah, I mean, that was really my big takeaway from it. Again, I was hearing reports that were extremely conflicted back and forth. It seemed like every hour, every 2 hours, there'd be a whole different thing about it. So, yeah, man, it is what it is at the end of the day. I don't really think this is like a needle mover for for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Jaguars or whatever at the end of the day. But yeah,
Man said they whatever. Yeah, I mean, now I will say I'm looking at it now. He's been the offensive. He's been in the league since like 2010. Bounced around from the league to college, but he was the Rams offensive coordinator in 2022. He was the Kentucky offensive coordinator 2023. The Bucks gave him the OC job, and now he's the head coach of the Jags. I just, it's a big jump. I mean, I just think it's a big jump. I mean, look, yeah, you had the offensive coordinator job with the Rams, who basically he wasn't calling the plays. We all know it's McVay. At Kentucky, and then Tampa Bay. I mean, he's really only had to me one season of him play calling in the NFL, and it was in Tampa. So like, I want to see what he's gonna do with a Trevor Lawrence. I expect him to be just as aggressive as Tampa was. I mean, he does have the offense is kind of similar. You got two backs. I mean, Tampa's is better, but the line isn't as great in Jacksonville, so they got to go fix the offensive line. They don't have the weapons. Well, they kind of do. It depends. Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, Brian Thomas Jr. So the weapons are kind of there, but I'm just interested to see how he is as a coach and what's the culture that he brings. They did hire the Broncos assistant GM to wait. Was that them? No, I'm thinking of the Jets. I'm thinking of the Jets. So I don't know what they're gonna do at GM. I don't know if they hired a new GM or not. I'm not really too caught up in Jacksonville, but I don't know, man. This is we'll see. All I'm gonna say is we'll see. But
I do
yeah, go
understand
ahead.
it from his perspective. Like, this might be the only head coach opportunity that you're ever get in your career.
Oh yeah,
So it's like I understand it from that perspective. But like if certain reports are true, then it's like, dude, why did you like you completely burned the bridge? You went back to Tampa, essentially agreed to, yeah, I won't go back to Jacksonville, and you were essentially going to take the contract to stay as the OC in Tampa, and then you go behind their back, and I don't know, like I understand it. Like if your main goal is to be a head coach, cool, but then don't tell Tampa like, yeah, I won't take another interview with Jacksonville. I'm cool with re-signing essentially. That was my whole thing. I was like, I didn't really understand everything that was going on. There was so many reports that you kind of had to read through everything.
yeah, and I mean he did, make the Tampa's offense better too. Um, Going, from Canales to him, it was almost 10 more points per game, almost 100 more yards. Definitely fit like a like huge 60-yard difference in rushing yards. It just, sometimes look, all I know is we've seen it a lot. We've seen it a lot in the league, but yeah, you're right. I mean, say he's a one and done. Like, who's gonna? I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll get another job. You know what I'm saying? But like, people are just still. He may not get this opportunity ever again if this doesn't work out as far as being a coach. But I mean, I'm not mad at him for taking the job though, at all. But yeah, going on to the next coach. Hey man, Aaron Glenn to the Jets. Now, I'll be honest. I'm hype on it in terms of like I'm all here for the hire as it, pertains to culture. I think like he's more of a culture building head coach than just him coming in and revamping his defense. I mean, we're being honest, Aaron Glenn with Detroit, the defense was never like all world. Like the defense has been good. Like I think he's gotten the most out of the players that he had, but they were never like an all world defense. But I think with the Jets, he can kind of. I don't think the Jets is going to be anything like what Salah's was, or with Rex Ryan's was at one point. But I definitely think they can be a top 10, top 15. I'll say top 10 defense. I ain't gonna do any wrong and say top 15. I think they could definitely be top 10, top 12 defense in the league. But I think this is a culture builder hire, and I ain't gonna lie, for the Jets, it's kind of what they needed. They didn't need to go specifically offense, specifically defense. They just needed to bring in someone who's gonna set a new tone in that locker room and like it was a lot of bullshit going on with the Jets, bro. It's a lot of crap going on. They got to get their players back locked in. Garrett Wilson talking about he want out. Sauce Gardner telling people not to come to New York. I mean, it's just a lot going on there. And the whole Aaron Rodgers, the whole Devontae thing, like they needed a guy like Aaron Glenn to come into that building and kind of, set the tone a little bit.
Yeah, I really want to see where New York goes. Like in the, my fault. I want to see where New York goes in these next couple of months, especially with Rodgers and Devontae and all that. I do expect that the defense, like I agree with you, where it's not going to be as good as it was under Saleh, but I don't feel like it would be as bad as it was when they fired Saleh. I feel like when they fired Saleh, the whole defense
It was
last
horrible.
year, or this year, I should say, yeah, it just completely fell apart. But yeah, I mean, kind of gotta see, in my opinion, I gotta see what and this kind of goes with every offensive coordinator. You have to see what they do going forward. Like it's cool to see like a big name like himself or like Ben Johnson or Vrabel or whoever go to a certain team. Like you can kind of predict like like it's a very very good fit for that team. But you really do have to see what they do going forward. But again, I do think the defense will be better, and I'm really interested to see what happens with mainly Rodgers, because I feel like if Rodgers stays, then Devontae will stay. But I think if they are basically like, yeah, like we're good, we're gonna move on from you, Rodgers. One, I want to know where he goes. I think it'd be cool to see where he goes, and then two,
He's staying.
it's not confirmed yet. He could retire too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm saying if he doesn't retire, then Aaron Glenn has basically said he wants him to return as the quarterback.
Okay. Well, again, we'll have to see what
Yeah.
everybody, not just the head coach, but everybody as like the whole organization would want. Because I mean, I know he's been talking about on the McAfee show, like, yeah, he's gonna talk with the head coach and the GM and all that. So we'll just have to see what happens realistically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Going on to this next. Well, no, I do want to put one last thing about Eric Glenn. This hire kind of reminds me when the Bears hired Lovie Smith, kind of like in a dumpster fire type thing, and you bring in Lovie, and he kind of sets the tone and brings a new culture for that team. But I just think that's something to really look at. But yeah, going on to the next one, Ben Johnson to the Bears. We talked about who the Bears should hire for a while now, and look, I'm not gonna sit and say I don't think Ben Johnson is a good hire. I do think I do think Ben Johnson is for sure like he's the best. He's the best candidate probably this offseason. Well, I'll say to me, Vrabel was. I think Vrabel's because he's proven, but I don't think it's a bad hire by any means. This is what the Bears needed. He was number 2 on my list for them. I had Vrabel at 1. I thought wherever Vrabel went, that was just gonna do whatever team wonders. But I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not skeptical about Ben Johnson because he's bringing all these guys over from the Lions to come to his staff, and I'm telling you, the Bears, everything is gonna be on the culture. And if he can go in there and change up the culture of this team, then by means, I'm all here for this hire and I love it. But that is just look, I think it's a good hire for Caleb, but I just really hope that man doesn't go in there and doesn't address that part of it, part of this team and a part of this like from the team top to bottom as a whole, it just needs to change. And I'm hoping Ben Johnson can be that, but like I don't know, man. It just it should work. It should work. Hopefully, he can go in there with Caleb and get the offense going. The team looks different, but there needs to be a new tone for that team. Like it just does. It's time, and hopefully, hey, look, people forget. I mean, look, the Bears start off the season pretty well. They're gonna have a last place schedule. So look, things are looking up in Chicago right now. They got a decent draft pick. Ben Johnson's coming over. You got cap space. You got money, and look, you got last place schedule. So this year, it's kind of the same expectation as it was last year, but just now you got Ben Johnson. You're gonna have a better coaching staff than you had last year. I just hope this one can come in and set the tone and be a real culture changer for this franchise. Because this franchise hasn't been anything since the Lovey days, and that was what 2008, 2009. We talking about, so they haven't really been much since then. Like, so hopefully Ben Johnson can come in here and change it all. And hey, man, Caleb can start balling.
Yeah, I think this hire is really mainly for the offense, obviously, but especially for Caleb. Uh, they have so many weapons on that offense that it's like you have to invest in the offense, especially the quarterback that you drafted #1 overall. Yeah. I'm interested to see how the defense will look next season, though, and because the defense, I thought for a good chunk of the season was balling.
Most of the season, yo,
Yeah.
it was balling. That's one
Um.
thing I will give Eberflus.
Mhm. But yeah, I mean, again, my whole thing is kind of like, I agree with you a little bit about the culture, but also like if like let's say they obviously just hired him and Caleb doesn't end up working out, it's like well then they're gonna fire anybody anyway, so it doesn't really matter who you bring in as the head coach. So like if you could bring in whoever, you could bring in any sort of like culture guy, and if Caleb doesn't work out, everyone's gonna be fired. So that, like I understand the perspective of like, well, we really got to invest in whoever we feel like is going to work best with the quarterback, because again, if the quarterback works out, then the head coach more than likely will be able to keep his job. That typically seems like what happens. Like, again, we've seen some of the highest of high coaches like Belichick and Pete and all that. If the quarterback don't work out, they typically get fired. So I kind of feel like if the quarterback works out, then you'll have a little bit more success as keeping your job as a head coach compared to like. I mean, I guess it also goes
Yeah,
back to winning and losing, but
yeah, like and I like no, I agree with you, but I kind of think that goes hand in hand, and I think it really depends on the situation. Like for example, say they go there and Caleb just bad. Like, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Then they would have rights to fire everybody, but I mean, I feel like that stuff is kind of like you can kind of tell who's at fault. Like for example, it's kind of like when Sean got to Denver, and I was one of the people defending, like saying, "Nah, man, it's not that." But then, it's not the quarterback; it was coaching. And then when you get the coach in there, and it's like, "All right, bro, we kind of seeing the same stuff here. Who's the common denominator? It's the quarterback." So, in like you see it a lot through, like you see it a lot kind of around the league, and yeah, no, and I look, I'm not saying it's a bad hire. I think it's a really good hire. I mean, it's the one you're supposed to make. I just, I really hope. I really hope this works out because if it don't work out, this is a swing and a miss on so many fronts. Because then you got to choose. Like, okay, say it doesn't work out this year, they're gonna give it another year. They're gonna say we're gonna give Caleb and Ben another season, and then if that doesn't work out, do you just move on from both, or like I'm trying to figure out what happens there? Because I mean, you gotta like I think this year is a year where the Bears are gonna have to decide who's a bigger piece of their future in Ben Johnson or Caleb Williams.
see that's kind of like mainly what my point is like
Hmm.
if if Caleb doesn't end up working out, then it's like typically on any team if quarterbacks don't work out, usually the head coach, for good or for bad, is typically going to be the fall guy. So
Yeah.
I understand like from the Bears' perspective of let's hire somebody that's like an offensive genius head coach. Excuse me, OC as our head coach, and especially works well with quarterbacks. And let's go from there and see what can happen. But it'll be interesting. I do want to get your opinion on. I don't know. We've been seeing a lot of Lions fans are upset with the him leaving, and they feel like he didn't really take this game against the Commanders as serious because he was more worried
Wasn't his
about.
fault.
Exactly. That's exactly what I think. I thought it was stupid, but I want to hear
Yeah,
your
no,
opinion.
he called a great game plan. The quarterback just choked it. Like that just pretty much what it is. I mean, Jared Goff just choked it. Like, no, I don't think Lion fans should be mad, but I will say this, and we've seen this a lot. Now, I'm not saying that, like, and I don't want to speak in it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, say that this is a bad hire. I don't think it's a bad hire, bro. You gotta be real careful hiring these big gun offensive type guys. And here's why I say is because especially young guys like Ben Johnson, because some guys are just meant to be coordinators. And I really hope because the Bears have because wait, was that the Bears that hired Adam Gase?
I thought it was the Jets or the
Or
Dolphins.
somebody, whoever I remember no the Bears hired Matt Nagy, who was coming over from KC. Remember that? And I think they did hire, let me see. Or it might have been the Jets. I know the Jets hired Adam Gase, but didn't the Bears hire him after? No, he was the Bears OC. No. I remember what it was. No, he went to the Dolphins because he went to Denver. He went to the Bears as the OC. Then he went to the Dolphins as the head coach. Got fired and went to the Jets. Now I'm not sitting here saying that Adam Gase is Ben Johnson is Adam Gase. I'm just saying that sometimes these guys that are meant to be coordinators sometimes are meant to be the head coach. I hope that's not the case for the Lions because they are banking them and their fan base are banking a lot on Ben Johnson right now, and I'm hoping that it's just not we seen another one of these offensive guys just be like, man, I'm meant to be a coordinator, not a coach. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, look,
Yeah.
he's been under Dan Campbell, so I think with Aaron Glenn by his side too, so I think he knows a thing or two about being a head coach and being
There's,
a good one at that.
there's only one way to figure out realistically at the end of the day. There's
Hmm.
only one way to figure it out. He has to
Oh
be a
yeah,
head coach.
yeah. I yeah. I mean, but I will say shout out to the Bears for getting it done though, because they look. But I do want to say, like, do you think the Commanders would have been better if they would have hired Ben Johnson instead of Dan Quinn?
I mean, seeing how it works out now, probably not. It worked out.
Mhm.
But
It
also Dan
worked
Quinn,
out, yeah.
he
Because
also had head coach experience in the past. So
I don't. I just think a team like the Bears, man, is. I would have like. I mean, what I will say, they did try with Vrabel, but Vrabel just want to go to New England. But yeah, let's go to the next coach, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll going to the Raiders, bro. 3 year. Yeah, it's a 3 year deal. He's 73. Now, look, here's what I say about Pete. Um, bro, he's gonna be the best Raiders coach they had. I don't think Gruden was a bad coach, but I mean, Pete Carroll, they know is not going to be the guy long term. They brought in Pete Carroll for these years to build this roster up, and then Pete's going to go, probably be in management, whatever the hell it is, and then they'll move on to another young guy. Because let's keep it real, Pete Carroll ain't going to be this coach for no 5 to 7 years. It's not going to happen. He's not going to be coaching until he's 78 years old. Like I guarantee, they brought him in because he can draft well, he can set this culture right, get some guys in there, and then they'll go to the next guy. So for that point of it, I'm not mad at it. By any means necessary, I think it's good for the Raiders to bring in a guy like Pete Carroll. I mean, bro, he drafted a dynasty in Seattle. Well, okay, I'm tripping. Not a dynasty. He drafted a really good players. Like it should have been a dynasty if they could have ran the ball. But I mean, like, bro, he drafted Cam Chancellor, Russell Wilson, Richard Sherman. Like I can keep going on. Like he made really good free agency signings. He knows how to build a team up. Um, so I mean, hey, look, I don't mind it, but I don't think he's the long term solution. But I think them high. Hey, look, he was the best guy out there to be honest with you, and it's the best guy for what the Raiders need right now. Because think about, I mean, the Raiders gonna be bad the next like what 2 years. Like they're not gonna be that good. But I do think Pete can get the tires kicking in the right direction. But man, bro, the AFC West is loaded, bro. They got four Hall of Fame coaches. Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Andy Reid, Pete Carroll. Like, God, it's crazy, bro.
I do think it's funny. Pete and Jim Harbaugh going back at it. They always got beef back from college, and then went down to Seattle. That was my immediate thought when they hired him. I was like, damn, that shit hilarious. But also, I do want to see what Pete does, like what quarterback to go with. I mean, I think there's somebody in Pittsburgh who, might not re-sign with the team. Maybe come over to Vegas.
What? Mhm.
Number 3.
Well, no. I was gonna say that he said on a McAfee show. I think was it today or the day before, whatever. He like it was. I can't remember the post.
He said he
of
would
what he
like to re-sign with the Steelers, and he'd like to be a
No.
Steeler for life. I watched it.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No. This was where did he say this? And when was this? Was this today or?
He was
Give
not
me
on a
one
McAfee show
second.
today. I know that.
It was he said his reps have opened contract talks with the Steelers. We've been starting. This is the quote. We have been starting to talk a little bit. We have meetings and everything else, and we're getting into it. It's an exciting time. This is him talking about signing an extension with Pittsburgh. So looks like Pittsburgh look like they might be depending on what the price is gonna be. It's looking like he might be back there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, I've also seen
Now,
reports that they're only going to keep one quarterback, and that Justin Fields and the Steelers have also had contract conversations.
mm-hmm. Now, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if he stays or what it is, but if he goes to the Raiders,
Man, Denver
fine.
losing twice a year.
You crazy? I told my. You understand how personal that would be? That would I would actually love for that to happen because that would bring so much more smoke to the Raiders games. Okay. So you gonna come back to the division? Bet.
And you don't
After
think
that,
it'd
man,
be
disrespect
personal for
Deshaun like that,
us?
huh?
You don't think it'd be personal for us either?
I think it would be, but I'm not scared of that shit. I'm not scared of that. We'll be just fine. And but I will say, I think that's something Pete would do. I don't think they draft a QB this year. I just don't think that's something the Raiders are gonna do. The Raiders, like, they need a top pick in like what let me see what pick they got this year.
I believe
They
six.
have they got the sixth pick. Okay, so they got a relatively high pick.
Yeah.
So, but like, who's the quarterback? Like, there aren't. Now, I will say that Jackson Dart is a guy I think that can get moved up, but Pete Carroll's gonna take. They're gonna take a corner. They're probably gonna take Will Johnson. They're probably gonna take Will Campbell. Or no. I don't think they're gonna take Will Campbell. They got Colton Miller, but they're gonna take like somebody like a player. Like, it's probably going to be Will Johnson, the corner out of Michigan, and that's probably what it's going to be. Mason Graham's going to be up there too. So we'll see what they do. But do I think they're going to be like this season? I could see them instead of winning. How many games did they win this year?
I don't know. I had no idea.
They went 4-13. They'll probably win around 6 games next year. They'll be more competitive. I could definitely see Pete Carroll nabbing like a Dylan Gabriel in the later rounds, possibly even reaching on a Jalen Milroe, a Will Howard. But I'll be honest with you, the Raid, I just don't see the Raiders making a crazy improvement. But I mean, shit, bro, they got a shit ton of picks. They got obviously first, second. They got 2/3, a fourth. They got 2 6-round comp picks. So they got 3 6-round picks and a seven. So.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of is if like someone like Shador or one of those quarterbacks kind of fall a little bit and they trade up to like the third pick or the second shit, even like the second pick, maybe if Cleveland wants to just fall back, sure, or even the first. I doubt Tennessee's gonna trade out of that one pick, but
They talking about some. They want to take Travis or Abdul Carter.
man, take Carter. Don't let Travis go there, please. But yeah, I don't know.
Man,
It'll be
you know what I would
interesting.
love?
Hmm.
I would love for a team in Colorado to trade to like that number 4 pick, number 5 pick, and see if they can go get that wide receiver DB.
He don't want to play for you guys.
Travis Hunter has literally said, "I want to go play for the Broncos."
Nah.
He literally said that.
Nah.
He said it on multiple occasions. He wants to go play for them.
Nah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-mm. I'm pretty sure he said one time, like when he was accepting his Heisman, he was like, "Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I do really want to go to the Berg, but I appreciate you guys for this award. Like, thank you. I really want to be in that black and gold. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. You guys have a good night." I'm pretty sure he said something like that. Maybe he'll fall to the 21st pick. Maybe he'll fall to us.
Man, ain't falling on this damn 21st. Wait. Oh yeah, we picked 20. Yeah, but yeah. Shout out to the Raiders though. I think that was the best hire they could have made, and I do think he'll build it. Like, he's gonna get them some good players before he's gone from the Raiders, and I think he can build that foundation. I just don't see them being immediate, like, what I'm saying, contenders. So like say they go sign Justin Fields. Like, I think that's low key will be really good for them. Um, I think that'd be good for them, but they got to build up the line. They got to get another receiver, I think, but I'm not gonna lie, man. Look, the Raiders, I don't know how much money they have or whatever, but I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, we
Um,
also said the same thing about the Commanders last year. Like, nobody expected the Commanders to be this good, and then they hired a new head coach. They got a new quarterback. Well, I mean, obviously
yeah,
that's if they
yeah.
do draft a new quarterback and blah blah blah. Like any team could realistically, especially that's what it's shown me these last 2 years with the Texans and the Commanders. It's like any team can turn around like that. I feel like
I think
sometimes we
Pete will have them
overvalue.
better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I think Pete will get them to like 6, 7 wins. Because Pete does drip. He squeezes every inch of talent out of rosters. I will give him that. So, bro, he was just in the league last year. Like, it's not like the man been out of football for a while. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I mean, like, he literally brought back Geno Smith. Like, so we'll see. But I will say he's going to draft. very well. Like that is the one thing that I will say that I'm actually pissed why he went to the Raiders because they usually draft nothing but duds. He's gonna draft really well for them. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into our predictions for the two games. Starting off in AFC, Kansas City. Buffalo's traveling to KC for pretty much an easy game that people kind of saw coming a little bit, even though I didn't. I know a lot of people right now are kind of happy about this game, but I really want to see my boy Lamar in there, but it is what it is. But Buffalo's traveling to KC, take on the Chiefs, AFC title game. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Kansas City is favored by 1.5 points. Um, and I know I look. It's hard for me to pick against Mahomes in this moment, Ryan. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's hard. But if I had to go with who's the better team, I think Buffalo is the better team. Um, it's tough, bro. It's really tough. 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 But I'm gonna go Buffalo. I hate to go Buffalo, bro, because I don't ever go against Mahomes in the playoffs. I don't ever pick against them. I'm always picking with Mahomes. But it's just something about this year that I think Josh can finally get him. If he can play his game like he did against the Ravens, not going into this game thinking I got to go out and play Patrick Mahomes, just stick to the game plan and dominate. I do like the Bills' chances, and I don't think it's going to matter where this game is. Josh Allen always balls out in Arrowhead. I'm taking the Bills, and I think they win this game. I think they try to control time of possession. I think they don't turn the ball over. They haven't turned the ball over pretty much all season. Haven't turned the ball over. They haven't turned the ball over in this playoffs, and I think they win this game.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Again, you can't pick against Mahomes. You can't pick against Kelsey. You can't pick against Andy Reid. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Man, this game is no going with the Chiefs. Like, bro, but I'm not gonna lie.
I could definitely see Buffalo winning, but like, I gotta go KC. Again, I'm going with KC until they lose. You know, they can win the Super Bowl this year and three-peat. And guess what? Next year, I'm gonna say who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl next year? Oh, the Chiefs. It's like it's the same shit with what happened with the Patriots. It's like you can never pick them out. Like you can never count them out. You can never pick against them. You know, like ever. So I've learned my lesson from my whole childhood. I gotta go with KC.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. Like I do really want to go with them, bro. Because like it's just like you said, they haven't been knocked off yet. But I just think Buffalo can do it. Like it's not even really a can. They beat them this year, and I will say Taylor Rapp being out does kind of alarm me a little bit. But I will say they're healthier than what they were, and I know that I know the Chiefs are healthier also. But bro, like let's keep it real. The Bills are the better team. They're the better team. And if they don't turn the ball over, which I don't think they will, they didn't turn the ball over against Denver. They didn't turn the ball over against Baltimore. Those two are substantially better defenses than the Chiefs. Now, Buffalo go out there. If the Buffalo even gets one turnover, it's a wrap. They have to play not even perfect. Like they just have to play their game. They haven't been turning the ball over. They've been running the ball well. Kansas City isn't like insane at stopping the run. So in like even when they played during the season, bro, Josh using his legs was huge for them in every facet of that game. They won the game by 9 points. Mahomes threw two picks in that game, and so did Josh, and they still won the game. But they ran the ball relatively well. I think they're gonna get Shakir involved again. I think Amari's gonna get involved more in the game plan. I just think, bro, and I think Buffalo's defense. Then I'm not saying KC defense can't do, but I think Buffalo defense is going, bro. Like this is the game they've been waiting for. They have been waiting for this game. Like Buffalo has been waiting for this game ever since. And I know this happened last year, but bro, they have been waiting for this game, bro. This is what they've been working for all season long to go to KC or to host KC, whatever the case may be. I just don't see Kansas City like okay, I can see it. It just, bro, they have not been playing clean offensive football all year long. And against this Bills team, bro, you're gonna have to put up almost 30 to win this game. Like that's just what it's gonna have to be. You have to put up almost 30 points. I just don't know if this offense can do it. Now they could go out there and just randomly unlock Hollywood Brown and unlock Xavier Worthy. I just don't, or hell, your boy Juju. I just, I just, I don't see it happening, bro. Like, I just don't know. We'll see. I just don't know.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Going on to the next game. Now this one I'm actually interested to see who you got in this one. Commanders traveling to Philly to take on the Eagles NFC Championship game. Uh, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lot. Wait, Philly's favored by 6 in this game. 5.5. My fault. They're favored by 5.5, which I think is kind of crazy. No, not really. Um, they split in the regular season. I do want to preface this on saying Saquon Barkley killed them, utterly killed them. He killed them in every single way. And during the regular season, the Commanders won that last game because Devontae Smith dropped the wide open ball. And I just look, I want. I wouldn't mind seeing either team win this game. I'm rooting for Jaden Daniels. I truly am. I would love to see this upset. And we said this the last game that we thought the Lions just gonna run all over the Commanders. Um, Only way the Eagles lose this game is if they beat themselves. It's no way you should lose this game. There's no way you should lose this game. You're at home. They haven't been able to stop Saquon. If the game falls on Jalen Hurts, look, you got to make the play. I think he will, but I wouldn't sit here and say that I'm not concerned about it. I'm very concerned about it because the man ain't healthy and he hasn't had to rely on that for a long time. Saquon's been bailing that man out, bailing him time after time after time. And I do want to preface one thing, and why Commander fans really should be happy. Dan Quinn lives for these moments. Lives for them. He lives for these moments. Like, bro, he's gonna throw some bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna make it to where you won't even see it coming. If Jalen Hurts turns the ball over, like, and I saw somebody's like, man, he's not really turnover prone. I don't know what Jalen Hurts they was talking about. Because Ryan, you and I both know he turned the ball over, bro. He turns the ball over. If he turned the ball over in this game, I'm not saying about picks, but he's prone to a pick every once in a while in the fumble. For sure, fumble. But Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen in the middle, Bobby Wagner, if Lattimore and Mikey Sandstrom, if they come to play, Eagles might go home. But with all that being said, I'm taking Philly. I'm for sure taking Philly. It's just Saquon and that defense is just gonna be too much, bro. If Saquon goes for like 150 again and the defense holds if they can keep Washington in check and not let them run up the score like Detroit did. Like I thought the whole year Philly had a top 2, top 3 defense, us and Philly. And I just don't see Jaden Daniels going in there and lighting them up. I mean, we'll see. He very much can. I'm not gonna doubt him. I just don't see it.
Yeah, week 11. They play on Thursday night in Philly, and I thought it was the Commanders played them pretty well. They were up 19-10. About 5 minutes left in the game. Saquon broke one for 23, and then 30 seconds later, Saquon broke another one for about 40. And after that, it went from 19-10 to immediately to 26-10. It's like that's really what flipped the game. And then in the second game, Jalen Hurts, I think this was a game that he got hurt and couldn't finish the game, and that's when the Commanders started to come back. I think they were up by at least, I know they were at least up by a score. I believe before he got hurt. Yeah, I believe so. No, they were up by 2 touchdowns, and then they were up by a touchdown and some change.
You going with the Commanders?
Yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Keep going.
Yeah. He got hurt with about 10 minutes left in the first quarter. So it's like that second game, in my opinion, really doesn't show much. It shows what the Commanders could do against the Eagles' defense. Obviously, no one on the defense was hurt that I know of. I believe, I really hope this game is a little bit better than the last two games Philly has played. Because I feel like that Packers game was just kind of doo-doo. And then
the Rams, they got lucky.
Yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna go with Philly.
You out of line. How you gonna do all that and then still say you got Philly?
I'm gonna go with Philly. But man, the way Jaden Daniels been playing these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been balling. But again, I'm gonna go with Philly. It being in Philly, divisional rival. The last 2 games have been extremely close. One went Commanders' way, one went Philly's way.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Philly
with
was
Philly.
also Philly could have if Devontae catches that ball, Philly wins that game. Like I like
Mm.
and it's no knock on them. Like you're right. Like Jaden is gonna ball, but it just like I don't think he's gonna ball like he did against Detroit. Like, but like I don't think the team will. But I can see the Commanders winning this game, but it's gonna have to be Philly beating themselves though. Like it's not gonna be. I don't think the command. I think it's gonna be like with the Lions game. Like like are the Commanders a better team than Detroit? I mean they beat them in the playoffs, but like
Yeah, no. I get what you're saying. Detroit's
yeah,
definitely a
like
better team all around, but
Detroit beat themselves. The turnovers. If they start turning the ball over, hey, like Shannon Sharp say, bro, penalties they cost double in the playoffs. They hurt you double. Like, bro, you throw a pick in the playoffs, like, bro, it hurt. It hurt more than anything. You fumble, it hurts more than anything. And I ain't gonna lie, just Dan Quinn, he's done this. I remember when the Falcons hosted the NFC Championship game against the Packers. Everybody picked Green Bay. Myself included. I'm like, bro, them boys ain't finna be Aaron Rodgers, bro. This Aaron Rodgers finna go to another Super Bowl. He finna be in Houston where I'm at. Da 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 da. Arizona whooped them and it wasn't even close. Now, look, we gonna see, bro. Because Saquon's on playing on another level. Jay Dan's playing on another level. But I do think the better defense is gonna win this game. And that better defense is Philly. Just Jalen Carter is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
yeah, I'm just hoping for a good game, bro. Again, I'm cool with any of these teams winning for real. Like I'm
Yeah.
cool with any of the four of them winning. Um, I'm just hoping for a good game because like that the Commanders Lions game was alright, and then the Ravens Bills game was solid. But like besides that, all these games, and then the Commanders Bucks game. But besides those games, it's like majority of these games have been kind of not great. So I'm kind of hoping these two games kind of carry it, and then so you got Buffalo and in Philly. I got KC in Philly.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Now I will say I picked against the Commanders in the first two games, and them boys won both. So I don't know why I'm starting the Commanders jinx, but I don't know. I don't know. And I will say, yeah, did I no? I picked Buffalo. No, Buffalo. I'm 1-1. KC. I picked KC last week. Philly. I picked them every game. So it's really just the Commanders. So hey, look. All I know is that the Commanders win this game. Hey, Commanders fans better thank me, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
They finna be, bro. If the Commanders win this game, it's crazy.
there's a lot of Commanders fans around me. I've been talking to a couple of them that I know kind of ish, and bro, like a lot of them legit feel like I'm not saying they don't have a chance, but like a lot of them feel like they legit can go like win it all, which is crazy because like
They
again,
can
yeah,
though.
exactly. It's like I've been around
It's
here
so
for
crazy.
like 20 something years, or like
It's
around
crazy.
ish where I've been living, and it's like I've never experienced the Commanders ever feel or Washington ever feel like that level of hype that they can actually go win some shit. Maybe since RG3, but like once he tore his leg up, it was like yeah, everyone knew that it was rap. But like there's never ever been any sort of like expectation or like damn they can actually go win this shit, you know? And it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I gotta say.
It's insane, bro. Because I think the only team that they don't want to see maybe is Buffalo. Like I don't know if they can go into Buffalo. I think they could be Buffalo, but it's just like, bro, them boys are a game away from going to the bowl, the chip, or rookie. Like, bro, and I will say this should tell all teams like Tennessee and Cleveland, draft a quarterback, bro. Draft a quarterback. Like, yeah, we know they're not Jane Daniels, they're not Caleb, they're not any of these quarterbacks that we've seen come into the league. Bo, I don't care. Anders, them boys are one game away from the chip. They knocked off Detroit in Detroit. Like, bro, you draft a quarterback and you hit. Like, dudes are having success coming into the league nowadays, bro. It's really insane. Like, it's mind blowing with what the Commanders are doing, bro. The fact that they could go win a Super Bowl, because if you win a Super Bowl in year one, like what? You feel what I'm saying? Like I mean, like how do you like? They're gonna have the greatest offseason ever. They're gonna get almost all the free agents. Like you, and they have They have unlimited cap. They have like the second most cap space in the league, bro. Like that's not fair, bro. Like if they went, like, I think regardless they're gonna get free agents. They go to the bowl, and if they win the bowl, bro, it's just crazy. Like, because bro, one of my best friends, he's literally a Commanders fan, and that man is just, he don't even know what to do. He has no clue what to do. He's like, bro, we ain't been good since I've been alive. He's 22. Like, it's been so many years since these boys, like, they haven't won a playoff game since '05. They in the NFC Championship game. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's honestly ridiculous. But like, the Super Bowl I want to see, all like that's on my list. Honestly, I want to see Philly and Buffalo, or two Commanders and the Chiefs. I don't want to see any other matchups besides those two. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I mean, Buffalo and Washington would be cool, but like, man, do you know how good a Buffalo Philly Super Bowl would be? You know how good that would be, bro.
I think it'd be good. I don't think it'd be as good as Chiefs and the Eagles though.
You said Chiefs and Eagles.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best Super Bowl.
I hate seeing Super Bowl rematches, bro. I don't want to see that. We already seen.
I think it'd be the best one. We also saw the Giants and the Patriots play in the Super Bowl. We saw them play a couple years later, and it was just as
That
great.
was different though. Like, okay,
No,
we're talking about Eli,
you can't because you know the outcome, because you knew the outcome. Like, obviously now, if that Super Bowl was shit, then it's like, yeah, you could be like, oh, if you look back at this Super Bowl, blah, 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 like we obviously know the outcome of the bowl, so like then yes, we can be like, oh, well, that's different. Well, it wouldn't have been different if the Super Bowl was bad the second time.
Okay, but do you honestly think that like I mean, because it was Eli versus Brady. We're talking about Jalen Hurts versus Mahomes. Like, I'm not even trying to disrespect Jalen, but it's just like, come on, bro. Like, it'll be a good Super Bowl, but like, who do you think will win that?
Exactly. I mean, I would go with the Chiefs personally, but I've been saying this whole season, like, I gotta go with the Chiefs.
They play the Eagles, bro. I just want to see a good game. I don't think that'd be a good game, bro. I think it'll be low scoring. Like, I think it'll be like a low scoring ass game. I want to see points. Philly versus Buffalo, Commanders versus Chiefs, tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. I don't want to see the Chiefs who can barely score, the Eagles who can barely score, good defenses. Like, I want to see, like, I mean, look, I'm not saying I hate those games, but bro, like, I don't want to see a rematch. I want to see something new. I want to see something that has me genuinely excited going. Like, I want to see it. I want to see Josh Allen first time in the Super Bowl. Like, I want to see Jay Daniels in there. Something, bro.
I want to see the Chiefs three-peat. That's what I want to see.
I don't care if they do or not. I'm not rooting against it, but I don't really care. Like, I know a lot of Bronco fans sitting there praying on these dudes' downfall, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't mind seeing it.
I really do
I mean,
think if Mahomes and the Chiefs win this third Super Bowl and they three-peat, there's like a legit conversation about him or Brady, you know. And I think like that would be the exciting part. Or then you can go and turn around with the Eagles. If the Eagles upset them, first of all, they stop the Chiefs three-peat, and second of all, then you can really like. You really can't say shit about like, oh, well, there's no positional value in a running back, because the running back more than likely carried the team to the Super Bowl and won them the Super Bowl. That you can also kind of go to show of like how aggressive the Eagles are in acquiring free agents and trading up in the draft and like hitting on all their picks. Like, you can really like go back and look at that and be like, oh, that's also another reason. I think that would also shape the way that teams kind of like draft their team and construct their team. But then also, if the Commanders would win, you could say the same thing. Oh, well, they drafted the quarterback and they immediately went to the bowl and won that shit, and they had a new head coach and a new GM and a new everything. So like, no matter really who wins, you can kind of twist it into any sort of story in any sort of way, and that's what the league is really gonna, in my opinion, kind of turn into. I think if the Eagles win it, then the positional value on a running back would be so high. But like, if they lose and the Chiefs three-peat, then it'd be cool. It'd be a cool storyline, and at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it'd be a cool storyline for like the all time of Mahomes versus Brady, and then is this the Chiefs the best dynasty ever, and blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, I think we covered everything. I think we covered most of the coaches. I don't think we talked about Vrabel, but it's not really much to talk about Vrabel.
One question: what do you think? And I kind of, just from what we were just talking about, what do you think would be the worst Super Bowl?
Chiefs Eagles. I don't want to see that again, bro. I don't want to see that. I want to see a good. I want to see an entertaining game. That'll be a good game, but I want to see something that's entertaining. Like I don't want to see a defensive battle. Like I don't want to see that, bro. Low scoring, not a lot of passing. It's just defense is running the ball and who gonna make the first mistake. Like, no, I want to see, bro. I want to see Jaden Daniels versus Josh Allen or Jalen or Buffalo. I want to see Buffalo in the bowl. Or I mean, if the Eagles go, I want them to play Buffalo. If the Commanders go, I wouldn't mind saying Commanders and the Chiefs. That's third. But I want to see, bro. I want to see quarterback shine. Like I want to see Josh Allen go ball out. I want to see if the Eagles win a Super Bowl, like they win the bowl. But I want to see them play a Josh Allen. I want to see them play Mahomes again, bro. I don't want to see that Super Bowl again. We already seen that. Like, and it's not like it's too iconic. I mean, like, bro, the Chiefs they have not, bro. They're not entertaining to watch no more, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch their games, like that's
No, I
like,
don't.
bro, it's just a defensive battle. It's
I think
mad.
I think they're
Like,
extremely entertaining to watch personally.
come on, bro. Like, look. I mess with Mahomes, but come on, bro.
Come on, what? I mean,
Really?
I'm being
The
dead
Chiefs?
serious. I think they're extremely good to watch. I think, and it's also just the way they play, and like you already know they're gonna come up for the moment of the Super Bowl. Where like a lot of teams, like you don't know how some of these teams are gonna like. Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels could both shit the bed in the Super Bowl, and it's a trash ass Super Bowl.
I guess, man. I don't think though. I don't think so. But yeah, yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, but I think we covered everything, huh? Anything
Yeah.
else we didn't cover?
No, I mean, did we cover how Travis Hunter gonna go to the Steelers?
Okay, bro. Oh yeah, I no. There's one thing I want to cover. I just want to preface this: watching Jane Daniels working with Terry McLaurin and all this stuff he got. Boy, I cannot wait for next season. I cannot wait for next season. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what we do for Bo Nix, bro. I can't wait to see the weapons. Whoever we try to bring in, because I did see they say that they're not going to extend Cortland Sutton. Woo! Woo! Hey man, they said we not extending Cortland Sutton, which means he gonna play out his contract and the brother gonna be gone. You know what that means, Ryan? Bro, Lord Jesus, Lord. Hey, Court, look, bro, we gonna fuck with you this one last year. And he get the Javante is gone. He gone. We are, bro. Having Javante off the team is already making us better. We already a better team. Now that Javante Williams is goddamn locker. But hey, look, I just want to say, man, seeing it what Jay Daniels is doing, bro, it just shows what the effect of a true wide receiver one has on the team, bro. It literally shows having a Terry McLaurin just what it does, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I want to make Buka. I want Tyler Warren, bro. I need these guys. I need one of those guys to become a Denver Bronco. Like, you don't understand how much I need it. Like, they got the Broncos passing on a Meke Buka. They better not do that, bro. Take that brother out of Ohio State. He better be rocking that orange and blue next year, unless he has a great combine and he starts going earlier than 20, whatever. I don't care. Broncos trade up if you got to. That brother needs to be in the orange and blue next year. Him or Tyler Warren. Get one of them boys. Don't take no running back in round one. I don't want Genty, bro. And I'm not saying I wouldn't mind Genty, but this running back class is loaded. Give me a Meke Buka. Give me Tyler Warren, bro. And we moving. Hey, look, we moving. Like, cause bro, my dream off season, sign Chris Godwin, bring in Tyler Warren, sign some draft Trevion Henderson, and we good. Next year, hey, bro. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Just watching Jaden Daniels flourish with the Terry McLaurin.
I mean,
It's just,
did you see any of the national championship?
huh?
Did you see any of the national championship?
Yeah, I watched it.
I really think Will Howard is like a legit guy that I don't get why he's not getting talked about. Like I understand like the weapons around him, he's playing Ohio State and all that, but like I could legit see him coming into the league and being like a legit guy for real.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be higher than oh boy, than Jalen Milroe. I think he'll be top 4 of the quarterbacks. I think the top 5 quarterbacks will be, and this is in no order: Shador, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Will Howard, Milrow.
I do wonder, like, when like there might be a team that like maybe reaches a little bit based off of like how athletic, how the arm talent, the speed, the everything with Milrow, and be like, can we like mold him into something? And I'm not saying that's a bad decision. Like I'm not out on Milrow like
Raiders
a lot
take
of.
him at 6.
See, that's the thing. Like reaching like that much on a quarterback. Like I understand like the positional value and like we were just talking about, like if you draft a quarterback and like if they pan out and they work out, like I mean, it doesn't really matter what you picked them at, but like I don't know. I've been seeing like draft mocks where he'll go in like the 3rd round, 4th. I don't know about 4th round, but I've been seeing like 3rd round. For you to pick him at 6 would be interesting.
All I gotta say is, hey, look, they call Penix, they call Bo some reachers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who. Well, I'm not part of they, but I don't know. I don't know.
We got Bo Nix. That man Ryan DM me. Hey man, so you actually think Bo Nix is gonna be good?
I wanted to get your opinion on it. I don't know. I just really think Will Howard is gonna be like a legit, like solid quarterback. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be like an elite quarterback, but like I can see him being a solid, good quarterback. But I want the Steelers to get literally
Pittsburgh drafting.
I do. I really do. I want them to get him. If we can get him in like somehow in the 3rd round, I'm cool with it. I don't think he's gonna be in that 3rd round, but like if we can get him even in the 2nd round, I'm cool with him in the 2nd round. But like I literally just want them to
Would you
draft.
rather have Will Howard or Russell Wilson as your starting quarterback next year?
Will Howard. But I would prefer
You'd rather have
Fields.
Russell Wilson and Jalen Milrow.
I like Milrow. But also I like Fields too. I like
You don't
Fields
believe
too.
in Russ?
I mean, I don't really know if I believe in Fields or Russ, but I believe in Fields more than a little bit more than I do in Russ at this point in time. I just we need something.
Man, look,
something new, and I think Will Howard is a legit guy. I
is
think
Russell
Milrow.
first ballot?
I don't know about first ballot, but he'll definitely make Hall of Fame. I think he'll definitely make the Hall of Fame, definitely, and maybe he'll definitely make. Definitely not first ballot though. No way. They talking about Big Ben might not even make it first ballot, which is crazy. But I don't know.
It's crazy, man, how the tables and turn. But man, look, I'll tell you about 2 weeks. Breaking news: Pittsburgh Steelers have agreed to a contract extension with quarterback Russell Wilson, 3 years, $95 million deal. Russ is gonna be the new franchise guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan, what's your reaction?
Let's go, Russ.
You gonna be pissed. That man, you already said I'm not coming on the podcast.
I don't really believe in anything this team is gonna ever do ever again for eternity, ever, like ever again. This team is gonna be so mid and so mediocre for the rest of my life that I've accepted it at this point. I'm okay with it. But with that being said, I literally just want them to get any Ohio State player they can. Get Will Howard. Get Sword.
I want Travion Henderson. Facts, bro. Travion Henderson.
Is Judkins coming into the draft? You know?
Yes.
Man, he's nice.
Either one of them.
Man, he was balling. He was balling in that national championship. He had 3 touchdowns?
Bro, I don't care what he had. I think he had 3.
They
All
both
I know
nice.
is that brother. We need them in Denver, Sean. I beg of you. You didn't draft, but see, that's the thing. He drafts Ohio State players for you. Remember, he drafted Mike Thomas. Draft the brother Emeka Egbuka. Talking about, bro, I saw something saying that the Broncos believe they don't want to stop the development in Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin and Devon Vele. Devon Vele, 27, bro. Man, was a 27-year-old rookie. Bro, fuck his development. You don't a 7th round pick? Bro, if we don't draft a wide receiver, if Emeka Egbuka's on the board and we passed on him, I'm going to be so pissed. It better be, bro.
And you know who's right after you guys?
Y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Chargers.
We definitely pick him up. If he's there at 21, we're definitely gonna get him.
No, definitely. Y'all won't.
No, we definitely would.
He not diva enough.
Man, you're right. We're gonna get what's his name? The motherfucker from LSU that just got arrested. Yeah.
Kyron Lacy. They gonna wait till the 3rd round to take him. We got our guy, Kyron Lacey.
That's exactly what's gonna
Man,
happen too. That I could 100% 1,000. I think I even texted you that. I was like, yeah, bro, a perfect Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver right there. Like it'd be perfect. But yeah,
Steelers wide receiver Kyron Lacey, who leads the league in receiving yards, has reportedly punched Mike Tomlin in the face. The two bro got in a fight. I'm telling you, this is straight diva, like straight divas. But
man,
yeah.
him and Pickens going back and forth at each other. That should be hilarious.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, hit that sub button. We're gonna be back. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna drop some more NBA content coming soon because we finna get into basketball season and everything. But yeah, keep showing us the love. It's so JMX, my co-host Ryan. The next one, peace out.